Happy Labor Day weekend, and thank you for joining me if you are here live. And also, thank you for rewatching the video if you are going to be joining later. I just wanted to come on here because my C.A.S.E Foundation certifications, that is the Co-Intelligent AI Ethics and Strategies certification course, is launching and kicking off on Monday, September 22nd. We're less than 30 days out, right around 25 days out. And so I'm super excited. And I was like, okay, so let me get on live and just talk about it. Okay, so what is the C.A.S.E Foundation certification? C.A.S.E Foundation certification is for all of those that are navigating or trying to navigate the AI landscape, but it just feels very chaotic to you. So you might be hearing it everywhere, but most teams don't really feel ready. Also, maybe you're an organization or an enterprise where you've already started an AI rollout, or maybe you've already started on your AI strategy, but your rollout, your implementation has been stalled. Maybe your people are anxious, or maybe you're just lying awake at night wondering, why are things moving so fast, but not wisely? It's like we're running, but we have no strategy, we have no plan in place. And it's inevitably just going to lead to burnout, just increased cost. I mean, we've seen this same type of project happen time and time again with new tech. And so I created C.A.S.E Foundations because the issue is not the technology, right? It's how you're planning for it, how most enterprises are using it, the system or lack thereof behind the technology. And then the other thing is that we really aren't taking into consideration how our actual employees are going to feel with this new technology, this new plan, this new workflow that we are incorporating. Because AI has been so in your face for the last couple of years, everyone is consuming content about it. They're reading about it. They're leaning into the mainstream LLMs out there. But really, no one has defined a clear path for how to scale with AI in enterprise for workforce efficiency. And so that is what I'm here to solve with C.A.S.E, or to take a step in the right direction of solving with the C.A.S.E Foundation certification, which is going to be instructed by myself, Brittany Austin. I'm Brittany Austin. I am the founder and Chief Innovation Officer here at BAI Group. I will be one of the lead instructors, and then my co-lead instructor will be my AI engineer, my chief AI engineer, Daryl Mesa. And together we will be leading you through 10 nights of live instruction starting September 22nd, Monday through Thursday nights, 2.5 hours each night. And we will be teaching you the strategy, as well as the ethics, as well as the actual build and architectural processes to implement, adopt, educate yourself, talk through, speak through, and perhaps use it to take consulting opportunities within co-intelligent AI. So co-intelligent AI is my proprietary framework for how I envision human AI collaboration, design, and how humans should be using it, and then how also the AI should be responding to humans as the human is using it, and how the AI should be learning from the human. And so but it's very in depth and is really what I see as imperative, right, to the future of AI as we continue to propel into a much more digital environment, or the fourth revolution, if you know about that, fourth industrial revolution. We are not going to be able to scale safely and responsibly with AI doing it from a co-intelligent perspective. The C.A.S.E Foundation's certification is not just another AI bootcamp. It's the first program of its kind, which is designed to turn chaos into clarity around AI. So everything we teach is grounded in our co-intelligence framework and our digital dignity standards, which are our design specs for everything that we develop in the systems that we create at BAI Group. So together, the co-intelligence framework and then the digital dignity standards kind of make our blueprint for building AI that amplifies human potential and that honors and respects the human being that is using it, and then amplifies brilliance. And so we even teach AI to pass our digital therapist test. And so we ask every tool, every agent, every model that we develop and we create before we deploy it into an actual organization or give anyone access to try it. We make sure that the system can pass a couple of different tests. One being, does the system know when to pause, when to escalate, and when to celebrate the human? And also, does it acknowledge that humans matter more than the output? And I can go a little bit more into detail around that. Okay, so by the end of the 10-night live CASE Foundations program, you won't just know theory. So you'll leave with a working AI prototype, and then we'll also take you through developing a professional pitch deck so you can immediately leverage the output from our certification course for your org or for your career. Or like I said before, a big thing now is everyone is wanting to know how to use AI for business consulting opportunities, entrepreneurial opportunities. This is the key, I think, differentiator from our course and a lot of other AI courses out there. This is actually the second cohort that I am teaching that established or that follows this framework. The first course that I taught back in May of 2025 this year, so in the spring of this year, in partnership with a local nonprofit here in DC, I really built that honestly overnight. And it was out of my sheer frustration from sitting in rooms with government leaders and government officials from my government contracting days who clearly didn't have the propensity to think about AI from a holistic standpoint, right? They were thinking in terms of siloed AI agents and solutions. And they admitted that it was harmful for our national security, but they didn't have the tools or the range, the skills to architect solutions, right? Think about it from a systems holistic standpoint. And I just was frustrated because I'm a mom of a 3-year-old. And well, if they don't have the skills or they don't know how to speak to this or think through this, why aren't there other people in the room that do know how to solve this problem or to just at least speak to it? And so that became my goal, ultimately my mission for building a course that really instilled a problem solver's mindset into individuals, teams, professionals, and not just leaders. And yeah, and it also frustrated me too when I would talk to my family and friends, and the only AI tool or product that they would mention is ChatGPT, which love GPT, love OpenAI, but it's way deeper than that. It's way more layered. And I think that the way that I am choosing to be AI, reference to my company name, is by educating or doing my part really to educate the public, different sides of the public, right? On the foundations of AI, what it is, how it works, different models, how they work together, and then also how we use it for security, how we use it for workforce efficiency, how to build with it, yes, but how to build from a holistic approach, right? Not just from what one tool can I build to solve one problem. I actually think that that is one of the most harmful rhetorics that I'm hearing on social media. Sorry, AI bros, AI content creators. I know the popular thing is, here's my prompt outline, or here's the exact prompt I use to make this. And that does not solve company-wide, enterprise-wide. You can scale this up to the national level, national wide, or even at the global scale, right? That does not solve real problems. And so I think that we have to, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with leaning into that. By all means, it's popular, like great. But I think that we have to balance it out, and we need more of the holistic or balanced viewpoint. that BAI group and that I strive to present, along with the, I said AI bros, but along with the big, here's my prompt people that are making big followings off that. If you have any questions, I'm happy to engage and expand on my viewpoint. So yeah, you'll learn directly from myself and Daryl, our chief AI engineer. Already said that. Okay, so moving on. But the key point there to note is that you get the strategic why and then also the technical how in every session. And then I just wanted to also point out too, before I move on, I'm looking at my notes, is that we are teaching this course based on our own tools and models and systems that we've developed in our BAI group lab that we are actively developing. And so you'll get firsthand experience of what it looks like to actually build AI models and build AI agents and tools that have a more humane, we call it psychosensory contextual fluency approach to building and developing a model. We have models. Daryl is amazing. He's my human AI robot. He's super talented. And he is currently developing several models that are 100% trained on human behavior alone. And we've tested it and we've made real progress. I won't speak too much into that because I don't have the exact data in front of me and I don't want to misspeak, but I'm really excited about that. So you'll get to have hands-on access and an in-person or a real-time view into what that lab looks like, into what our build process looks like. You'll get to ask us questions if you have ideas for building products or tools or systems, or if you want to take what we're teaching you and then go back to your organization that you work at right now currently and ask more questions to your IT department or to your IT leadership team and come back, right, and get our viewpoint on that. That can happen as well. So you'll have here, honestly, you'll have us as mentors and advocates to help you through the process. So I just wanted to point that out there because I know a lot of times with these tech courses and boot camps, they are on-demand courses and you don't really get any direct interaction to ask questions. And that is where I feel the value is when you're trying to learn a new technology, a new system, a new concept, honestly, whatever it is. YouTube and on-demand videos, they're really great, right, to a certain extent, but sometimes you really need the nuance of a definition, or you want to apply it in your own life, but you want to ask, how does that thing affect or impact what you have going on specifically? And it's a disservice, in my opinion, right, to have nuanced and layered questions and never be able to ask them to a real life human being. I know personally because I'm a PMP. Both Daryl and I are PMPs. I was certified in 2020, Juneteenth 2020. Yes, such a long time ago now. And I don't know when Daryl was certified. I think maybe just before or the year after me. But anyway, we both sought out real life training from our PMP guru, coach, mentor, expert, Phil Akinwale, and it was game changing, right? To this day, if I have questions about an agile perspective or just a project management query or anything, I can always access my mentor, Phil, and he will take the time to give me his nuanced perspective and viewpoint from his experience. And that is something that is incredibly invaluable. And I can't say enough about how helpful that is. So we want to be able to provide and offer that for other people as we are trying to lead you into a new AI era. So with that said, I actually have an exciting update. I have been floating this course for the last couple of weeks, and official campaign and everything is starting right around now. It's like 3 weeks out. But I've been kind of floating it and messaging it around on different platforms, on my Substack. In conversation, I've been getting a lot of requests and inquiries, right, about like what it is, and also a lot of apprehension, right? Like people don't know if it actually applies to them. And so I was like, you know what? let me actually step back and let me just reframe this. If I really want to interject a more co-intelligent future of AI and vision, right? I want to reach as many people as I can. And so I am going to be extending the early bird registration price of $3,800 until September 7th. So you have about another week to figure out if you could benefit from the CASE certification or if your team can benefit from the CASE certification. And so I want to also speak to enterprises specifically right now, HR leaders, innovation heads, IT leaders. CASE can also be applied for your teams. We are running this cohort live September 22nd through October 7th. However, and you can certainly purchase group and team registration and get them and gift them to some of your employees. But also, if you're interested in bringing myself and my co-instructor in person or virtual, or if you want to customize a private co-intelligent training for your specific workforce or team enterprise, we are open and able to do that as well. Just DM me. I will leave my contact information below somewhere. Absolutely happy to work with you to customize a training or a certification workshop. We can make it as little or as long as you would like, depending on what your needs are. So please DM me or email us. Our email is engage@baigroup.ai, and I will leave that below in the comments as well. Or you can go to my page or DM me, any of the channels, any of the platforms. I think that is all that I wanted to discuss tonight. Don't forget, early bird registration has been extended through Sunday, September 7th, and that's $700 savings. So this is your chance to lead AI with confidence. If you have any questions, let me know. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll be on live talking about CASE Foundation certification. Tomorrow is Monday, so like around 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back on live on Tuesday as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care. Bye.